Well, it's good we're going for a very good video, and today it's going to be me doing a Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 video game review. And you see, in the weeks leading up to the roster reveal and stuff like that, which is only about 2 weeks away, to the roster reveal of SummerSlam and stuff like that, and before we get a lot of information leaked about WWE 2K15, I'm going to take you guys back to some video games from the past, like SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 on the PS3. Now, I've played video games since probably Here Comes the Pain, which is a fantastic game. Shut Your Mouth was good. 2004, or the first SmackDown vs. Raw, SmackDown vs. Raw 2005, and 2006. And they're all especially great games. I didn't play Day of Reckoning or anything like that, or Raw, or No Mercy, or anything like that. But when they switched to the next-gen consoles and stuff, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 was the first game. Now, for Xbox 360, they had SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, which featured the 2006-2005 roster. This one is the 2006-2007 roster, and it features ECW for the first time. Now, as you can see on the cover, you have all the faces of the different brands. You see, you have SmackDown with The Undertaker, you have Raw with John Cena, and then you have Bobby Lashley of ECW at that time. Now, there's a couple of good things about this game, and there's a couple of gripes about this game as well. Now, I picked this up, I had this game before on the PS2, but I got it about 4 or 5 months ago, and, you know, SmackDown vs. Raw, I got it used, and it's still pretty good, though. There's a couple of cool things that are on this game that it's worth mentioning. There's some here that, you know, it's okay. At this time, of course, you know, graphics will not be the greatest things. And when you buy video game for graphics, you know, you don't necessarily know I don't know why you're buying video games just for graphics, but I personally do. The graphics, of course, aren't the greatest in this game, but they were good for this time. So, let's just read the back or whatever. How will you play? WWE Hall of Fame, the celebration of sports entertainment. Only the most successful organized superstars celebrate, and unique superstars have achieved this status. The path to becoming a WWE legend is your choice alone. How will you play? Now, because this featured WWE 24/7 mode, but the best mode to me in the game modes is GM mode. GM mode is one of the coolest things that they ever made, because you get to be the head booker, you get to be the Vince Russo, if you will, you can hire writers, you can have the choice of being on SmackDown, ECW, or Raw, and you get to choose all the matches. You get to have a draft and select superstars, sign superstars, release superstars, have them go to different charity events and all that kind of stuff, boost their popularity, give them different days off to have, because fatigue will be there. You get to make the matches on Raw. That's one of the coolest things a part of this game. That game alone, like if you find this game on GameStop, get it for GM mode alone, because it's just a fun mode. It was cool at times when you played as like a Teddy Long or something like that, and you got to make the matches, and you can make dream matches and different things like that. But the only way you can have a success of being like GM of the year or whatever, you have to play mostly all your matches. You can somewhat take now or then, but you have to have really good pay-per-views, and you have to do really well on Raw. You can go on WWE.com on this game, for the game, like a fake WWE.com. You can see how the ratings are going, and some of them are pretty stupid, like you see, like SmackDown be higher than Raw, which is like, but of course, they're basically trying to motivate you, because you need to do better, and you need to have awesome matches to make sure you do really good on GM mode. Now, they did a really good job by THQ of involving that and different things like that, and having you have to work to be the best GM of all time, and have the best matches, and have the best show, and stuff like that, and, you know, that was a good way by THQ, and for some reason, 2K, is not giving us that, and this is the last year the GM mode was featured on a game. 24/7 mode is kind of somewhat, not necessarily similar to Universe mode as you saw like on different SmackDowns in the later years, and WWE13s and WWE12s and stuff like that. But you played as like a one superstar, and you go on, as you said, like live the life of a superstar by managing daily activities, accomplishing career milestones, and enshrinement in the WWE Hall of Fame. So, you know, that was also a pretty cool mode, but GM mode really steals the show when it comes to this. Different cool things that they added, like here, because right around here on the back of this game. ECW, getting new ECW Superstars was pretty cool. You'd also, in 24/7 mode and also other modes, you'd collect credits and stuff like that, and you could unlock different Superstars. Like, so say you had like 70,000 points or any credits or whatever, you could buy a JBL, or you could buy Shane McMahon or Vince McMahon or whatever, and add him as a playable character, which was pretty cool as well. It made you work to try to get different new Superstars to add to your roster. And have different new storylines, and they would become available for, GM mode, of course. And ECW Invades, that was really cool to have different superstars and stuff like that. Like, they added the Tommy Dreamer, they had CM Punk, Bobby Lashley, Marcus Corvon, a.k.a. Monty Ball, Elijah Burke, and, a couple guys like that were on the ECW roster at the time. And so that was pretty cool to have ECW superstars on there. They featured them, of course they featured them on 2009. And, it died out in 2011, or 2000, I don't have 2010 SmackDown vs. Raw. I have it on the PSP, but I just don't necessarily have it on the PS3, because I sold it. And anyway, so that review will not be coming on this channel. Anyway, the struggle submission system was new. New pressure-based system. We had to use the analog sticks and stuff like that. That was kind of stupid. I like the breaking point submission thing that they did in the later games. The new customization options, because customizing superstars wasn't necessarily the greatest thing. I honestly don't customize superstars or anything like that. More out of the ring action, like you could go out amongst the crowd and you can get weapons from the crowd, which is really cool. And also, like the Inferno match, I believe was around, and you could light a table, as you can see from this picture right there. And there's tons of match types. This game overall, it's a solid game. And was it better than the ones previously, like 2007 and 2006 and another SmackDown vs. Raw, or any SmackDown games? No. But this game was pretty solid. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't amazing, and here comes the pain or anything like that. It was a pretty good game. Overall, if you find it, get it. And also, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of the SmackDown vs. Raw review series. I got a couple coming up soon. I have 2009, 2011, All-Stars. Can't wait to do that one. 12, WWE 12, WWE 13, and WWE 2K14, leading up to 2K15. So yeah, this is my first ever video game review on this channel. If you want to see any more review games, maybe I might do a GTA 5, but probably not do that. This is all wrestling-based channel. And also, before you guys leave here, I need you to listen to these words really quickly. I have a couple things to say before we close out here. I have a Twitter now. I know a lot of people have asked, do you have a Twitter? Do you have a Twitter? Do you have Twitter? And yes, now I finally do. Codebreak146 at Codebreak146, capital C, capital B, just like my username here on YouTube. I'll put the link down in the description box below. And also, I'm doing Q&A, so you can tweet me on my profile directly, or you can use the hashtag CB146, all caps C, capital B, and 146, of course. So use that hashtag if you have a Twitter and check it out. And follow me as well. I don't have any followers because I just made the Twitter handle and stuff like that. So just check me out and stuff like that. My picture is Bray Wyatt, just if you want to find me. And if you're making sure that I'm the right one and stuff like that. So, or also if you don't have a Twitter, or you don't feel like posting or anything, or checking me out or whatever, send some questions in the comment section below. And also, give me your thoughts on the new review series, and also the video games, or in this video game, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Thank you very much for watching. We're at 495 subscribers. Let's keep it up to 500, and peace.